The day the Deathworlders ruined everything, Captain Gribnor of the Unified Galactic Council's research vessel. Eternal Certainty gazed smugly at the holographic display of the galaxy before him. He adjusted his monocle, a purely aesthetic choice, as his species had long since evolved perfect vision and basked in the glow of intellectual supremacy. Another day, another universal truth uncovered, he mused aloud to his crew. A collection of beings so advanced that they referred to sentient amoebas as quaint. Today they had perfected their grand unified theory of everything, a comprehensive understanding of physics, biology, sociology, and the proper way to prepare a nebulous stew. It was flawless. "Captain," said Sub-Adjutant Quall, an insectoid with a voice like a xylophone having a panic attack, "we are receiving an anomalous signal from a nearby star system. It appears to be coming from a planet ranked as Level 13, Deathworld classification." The bridge fell silent. "Impossible," Gribnor said, his monocle nearly falling off. "Level 13? That's mythological nonsense. The day that I find a Level 13 Deathworld is the day that I give my crew all of my life-saving," he proclaimed, the crew's eyes widening. "In hopes that it is a Deathworld Class 13, Council's archives clearly state that the highest Deathworld level is 9, and even that was downgraded after we figured out how to neutralize sentient lava." "It appears we were mistaken," Quall replied, his antennae quivering. Gribnor scoffed. "Nonsense! Plot a course to this so-called Earth. Let us educate these primitives on the nature of the universe. Besides, they'll be thrilled to meet us." The crew holding its breath, hoping the captain would at the very least give them a raise. The Eternal Certainty appeared in orbit above the blue-green marble of Earth. Gribnor glanced at the planet with disdain. "How charmingly chaotic. It looks like someone spilled primordial soup on a cosmic floor." Before the crew could begin transmitting their welcome message, they received a signal, a crude broadcast featuring a human in a tie, who announced, "Welcome extraterrestrial visitors. If you're here to conquer us, kindly wait in line behind taxes, aging, and existential dread." "How delightfully cheeky," Gribnor said. "Send down a landing party. Let's meet the locals." The landing party materialized in what humans referred to as a Walmart parking lot. Gribnor, flanked by his team of intellectual elites, prepared to deliver a monologue about enlightenment. But before he could begin, a human approached, casually sipping from a cup labeled Big Gulp. "Hey," the human said, "you're lost? You need directions or something?" Gribnor blinked. "We are the Unified Galactic Council. We have come to bestow upon you the accumulated wisdom of the universe." The human nodded. "Cool. You want to grab a hot dog first? They're like $1.50 with a soda." "Hot dog?" Gribnor asked, confused. "We have no need for your primitive sustenance. We are here to—" Before he could finish, another human drove past in a truck. The engine backfired, producing a sound that caused 3 of Gribnor's crew to faint. "What was that?" Quall screeched, his exoskeleton rattling. "Oh, that," the first human said. "Just Larry's truck. It does that sometimes. Don't worry, he's only been arrested twice." Gribnor was about to demand an explanation when a small child ran up, holding a snake. "Look, I caught a rattler!" the child exclaimed. The crew screamed in unison as the child nonchalantly waved the venomous creature around. "Captain," Quall whispered, trembling, "these beings, they thrive in an environment filled with lethal creatures, unpredictable weather, and self-made hazards. They are immune to fear. They laugh at mortality." "Nonsense," Gribnor said, though his confidence wavered. Then a nearby human began recounting their weekend, skydiving, swimming with sharks, and eating something called ghost peppers. "Captain," Quall said again, his voice now a whisper of existential dread, "we're outmatched. They're not primitive. They're apex predators with hobbies." Gribnor finally realized the horrifying truth. The humans weren't unaware of the dangers of the universe. They were the danger. The humans, meanwhile, were entirely unaware of the crew's terror. "Y'all want to come over for a barbecue?" one of them asked. Gribnor didn't answer. He was already scrambling back to the ship, shouting, "Abort mission! Erase all records of this planet! We were never here!" The first officer approached the captain. "You mentioned something about giving your life-saving to the crew. If it turned out to be a level 13 Deathworld." The captain snapped back, not wanting to deal with any more nonsense for one day, like bloody hell. "I would agree to that. Now let's get out of here," he said, out of breath, profusely sweating. As the Eternal Certainty fled Earth's orbit at faster-than-light speed, Gribnor stared blankly at the void ahead. His perfect understanding of the universe lay shattered, replaced by a single horrifying realization. There was no grand unified theory. There was only Earth, and it laughed in the face of logic.